So welcome back, and so actually, as for the errors, there is none. When I just restarted it, and it was working perfectly fine. So here's our progress. So what we have done till now is, if we click on any of the item, it is showing that you clicked me and stuff. But what we want is, basically, we want to set it to true, which it is a setting. But the thing is, right now it's not showing that, right? We want that to be visible. Sorry. So for that, what we will do, we will just surround it with set state. And if I save it again, okay, now you can see that the one which we clicked are visible. So let me restart it again, and hopefully it should work. So we will click these, okay, just for the test purpose. It's not going to be, if I click on this, okay, so it's working perfectly fine. We are basically, what we are doing is, we are updating these on set selected, and over here we are checking that, right? So yeah, so once that is done, what we want to do now is, we want to check that when the particular tile which we are selecting and the second one which we are selecting, are they same or different. So how we are going to do that, we are going to go to the data file, and over here I'm going to add one variable. We are going to name it, let's call it a string first of all. Sorry. So we are going to store a string which is going to be called image, or yeah, we can call it selected image asset path. Okay, and it's going to be initially blank or something like that. We also want to save the tile. Okay, so we will say selected tile index, and we are going to make that initially nothing. I just don't want to have wrong values, rather error will be much better, so that we can fix it. Okay, so getting back to it, we can just clear this all. Now what we want is, whenever we will click on this, right? So right now what we are doing, we are just setting that to true, this particular element. But now what we will do is, we will say, we will have a condition just below this, that if this of ours, which is selected tile index is equals to, let's say, not equals to blind. Okay, so what I'm saying is that, if it's not equals to do this, then do this, or else do this. So initially, of course, like when I click it for the first time, it is this, so it will be calling this function. So what we want to do at that particular moment of time is, we will do select, actually, yeah, we will do selected tile index is equal to tile index, sorry, widget dot tile index, and we will say selected oh my god, selected image asset path is equals to widget, no, not widget. Okay, so let me describe this. What we are going to do, selected image asset path can be like, I can type it like widget dot image asset path, but that's not correct. Why? Because we are actually setting this question mark over there, right? That's the image asset path which is coming through that, but what we want to save is the behind the scenes, is kind of the image of the animal. So where is that? We have that in pairs, so we are going to call pairs. In that, we will provide the index, which is going to be widget dot tile index, and we're going to say dot get image asset path. Hopefully that is clear. So this is what we are doing. If it is not, it is like blank for the first time, so first time this will happen. Next time what we will do, we will check if sorry, my throat is bit whatever. So next time what we will do, we will check, so I'm going to copy this selected tile index, and we will check if that is equals to this. So okay, not selected tile index, but rather selected image asset path is equals to this, and if that is, that means correct, or else it's wrong choice. Okay, so let's see if this is working. So let me just print correct, something like correct, and over here wrong choice. Okay, I'll just gonna save it, and restart. So we can see these are the options. So this and this is same parrot, and if I click on this you can see wrong choice. If I click on this you can see wrong choice, while this should be correct, so it's not. So it is showing the wrong choice at the first moment, which we don't want. So for some reason it is able to get inside it, um which is not, which should not be true, because we are saying that it should not be equal to this. Let me check it out. Okay, so it should be selected. What did we name it? Did we name it something wrong? I think the spelling is spelled correctly, but anyways. Okay, let me refresh it, or rather restart, and let's give it another try. So these are same. So ta-dang, ta-dang, correct. Okay, so we are getting that. So what do we want? So now what we want is, once we have known that this is correct, we will use a delay. We'll say future dot delay, and we will say duration constant. Then we will say duration. We will say seconds, and this is just going to be 2 seconds. This time is just to use so that we can see that, yeah, this is same or something like that. We just don't want that whenever we'll just select it, it will be, you know, done automatically. That's not what we want. So okay, correct. So after this particular delay, what we want to do is we want to hide these. Okay, so how can we do that? We want to set those like you know, images back. So one way can be that we are going to set that to be something like selected true to false again, um, but that's not the correct option. Rather, I will say that this is correct or something. um, um, what can we do? Let me think about it. So we want that this and this are selected. Now we want to add the point first of all, so let me do that. Points is equals to points plus 100. So whatever the point is, it will be increased by 100. Now we want these to be changed by a correct. So if it is correct, if I directly define it over here that that is selected, so I can just make it true, because right now if it is selected it is showing this, right? So uh, what we can do over here at points equals to points plus 100 is we can say, let me give this a try. So we have this. I don't know why this is getting imported a lot of times. We just want once again, and we have this visible pairs. We can directly update this actually, you know, like we can update the visible pairs to that this and this point to be updated to correct. So let's just try that out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here and visible pairs, I'll give it an index. We will go for widget dot tile index, I think that's correct, yeah. And we will say dot, okay, so of course it will not be accessible directly, so what we will do, we will cut this out and paste it in the data. Okay, so the reason why I put this over here is basically because we want to make sure this is accessible from every widget, because we are going to access it through this. So now what I will do, I will select visible pairs widget dot index dot get image asset path, and actually we are going to set, okay, so we're going to say set image asset path, and I'm going to set that to assets slash, and it's going to be correct image. So we have that image, this one to be exact. We're going to just type correct dot png. We can minimize this. Now according to our game, how it should work is both of these should be like that, not just the one which is clicked the last time. So for that, what we can do, we have a variable over here in which we are selecting, like we are saving the selected tile index. So we can do that. I'm just going to copy this line and paste it, and I'll say selected tile index, okay, and set image asset path and so on. So hopefully this should work, and let me check. So we have correct, we have one thing which we also want is we don't want this to be clickable, um, but let's just test it out if it's working fine or not, because there are like a lot of things which we can do, but you want to make sure it's working first of all. So this and this was same, I believe, so it is correct. And one, two, boom, now boom. Okay, nothing is happening. It's printing that it's a correct, but it's not. Nothing is happening. I have given it time to be 2 seconds, and what I'm doing, I'm increasing the point. So yeah, this is what's the problem is. So guys, the thing is the point is increased, but we should update. So two things will be done. We have to do the set state, that is the one, and the another thing which we have to do, we have something like this dot parent, I believe, not clear, I should say it's set state again, but we will be using this over here. Sorry, parent, parent dot set state, parent, okay, sorry, widget dot parent dot set state. So basically this is going to the do the set state of, you know, the this one, this whole. So let me save that. So some reason, let me reload it and see. I think this is wrong actually, because it should be this one and this should be this one. Either the values are not correct or it's more than what it should be. So if I click on, sorry, I didn't notice that. So let me, so this and this are same, this and this are same. So let's just select the parrot, parrot. So it's a correct choice, but these are the one. So basically it's +1. Um, the reason for that is not very clear exactly, because over at this place we are selecting widget or tile index, and selected tile index, so it should be from 0 by the way. But if it is not, what we can do, let me just give it a try. By the way, in the last time when I did this, I didn't use this -1 or something, but it was working fine. So I think there is a something which we did differently this time, but let's see what happens if I select this and this. um okay, so -1 is not going to work. Did it reset it? Let me run that again because last time the error was nothing but just the running it again. Okay, so this is the correct. Okay, um for some reason it is selecting 1 plus. So let me think about what we are doing again. So what we are doing is basically when we see that, right, it's correct. So the points is increasing. Um, sorry. For this one, what is happening is if I select them and put it's not gonna work. But okay. So we are basically setting this assets.correct PNG image to the selected tile index as well as widget.tile index. Okay, so this is the problem now, guys, that you know what, these we should have something over here which should be impacted through this. What we can do, let me see, what if I set that to be set, um okay, set is selected for the visible pairs to be true, and we can have over here in this image that if what is it called, visible pairs. So visible pairs widget dot tile index dot get is selected, and we will ask that is it selected or not. So if it is selected, then all this crap will be happening. Or do we want it to be the other way? So I will go the other way. So this is what we want to happen if it's not selected, and if it's selected, I'm just gonna say image dot asset, and that's going to be assets slash correct dot png. If I save this now, restart it, so this and this are same. Let me do this and this. You click me, you correct. Okay, that's too much. Okay, we are setting this here. We should get rid of those. Okay, sorry, we have to set these, isn't it? Yeah, or should do we don't? I'm not sure what is happening, guys. Let me see. If I not save this and save it, let's say, actually the values are already changed, so it's not gonna have any impact. So this and this are same. This and this. Click me, correct. Okay, so nothing is changing. Let me do it again. Okay, so this time none, but if we uncomment this, let me like put it inside the set state. I don't know, like for some reason why it should work, but it's not. I don't know. Okay, this time I was not watching if they were same, but okay. Oh my god, why is this happening? So it is, we are setting that to be correct. um so visible pairs, we are setting that to be correct only at one place, and it is getting set at two places. um okay, so the whole thing is like I clicked on these and I want these to be selected, but it is also doing that for these. So the question arises, why is it setting um, true value for that? But because we don't want that to be happening, right? We just, okay, so we have two over here. Okay, that is the problem. Oh no, no, that's not. Okay, so we have, I know guys, like I can close this and start again, but like, do it on my own, but I just want to share with you exactly what happens. Okay, by the way, it is clickable even when, that's a problem. So this and this are, I don't think it's, what is it, like you see this one and this one is selected for no reason. um what can be the reason, issue for this? So how are we setting? So we are using this correct image only if it is true. So it is getting true. If it is true, then we are showing this image, or else we are going to show this image. And the question arises, how is it getting true for +1 values, or basically 4 values, because we are just setting it for true 2 values, sorry. um, so if we look at the visible pairs and the tile index on that, okay, okay, so here's the problem, guys. I think, okay, so when someone clicks on it, we want to save that it's correct, I think. Okay, we have this as well, set state. I'm just gonna get rid of this, which is basically making them true. Oh my god, I think that was the issue whole time, like all the time. Sorry. We selected this and this and Not again. I removed it, man. What's the problem? So we are going to click on these, this, and this. They're not flipping, but they are getting corrected. Okay, so let me do it this way. I'm just gonna keep this, and I think it's not required to set it through this. Okay, let me see. So whichever we are selecting, we are setting it to be true, right? Let me check this out, guys. Okay, so we're gonna restart this. This time I'm gonna select this hippo. Okay, I hope 2 seconds are done, but nothing happened. So the points has been increased, but this is not working perfectly. Well, it should. So we want to show that. So the set state is being called. I think it is getting set. Let me see. For this particular thing to happen, what is the condition like? Is this? Mhm. I think it's out of it. It just asks that it should not be selected, and that's all. If that's the condition, it is setting that to be true. Um, but it's in the pairs. Okay, I want that to be set it in the visible. What is it named? Visible pairs. Okay, so let's try this out. So these are same. That was not good because it just instantly updated that. So we should do it this way because I'm going to show that. So I'm just going to save the pairs right now. Pairs, it's fine, and we will have this as well, both of them. What is happening then? Let's see. Okay, so these are the same. So it was setting up for the whole, right? Okay, it's working fine. Let me see. This is not same. Okay. Okay, I think it's working fine. Let me check it out. Which one is same? Horse. Yeah, horse. Okay, it's not. So one value after it, one value before it. I didn't click on it. I clicked on this, and how is it working? So image.asset.this, if it is selected, then this. If it's not selected, then we will check if the pair image is selected. So pair image. Okay, I don't know, guys. Like, I'm not very good like recording and thinking about stuff. You know what I'm thinking of? Let me see. Let me go about it again from here. So we're setting that fine. Because of this, it's visible. Okay, it makes sense. But after that, we want this visible pairs um to be, when we are calling the set state method, I think that that whole thing, I don't, no, it's not working. Okay, so in this one, what is happening, it's like rebuilding itself, but it is having a problem that set is selected to true. Okay, without any further ado, let me have a do what I did. So here in this, what I am doing is I have this condition that if my pairs, so it's checking it through my pairs. Okay, if dot net image is not equals to this, so okay, selected tile, so get image, so my pairs image. So am I setting that to something? Let me have a look. Okay, so future delay, what I'm doing, I'm just setting the tile model dot set image to this, and then I'm setting that to my pair. um, yeah, I'm just giving my pair that tile model which have no values, so my pairs through my pairs. Okay, we're not going to use visible pairs. Okay, so where is it? We're going to use my pairs. So what the condition which we will be using, it will be pairs. And okay, index, tile index, oh my god, widget dot tile index and dot get image asset path, or is selected, or is image asset path. Okay, so we are saying that if this image asset path is not equals to this, then show all this stuff. If it is equals to this, then so over here we will basically say pairs, and as a set image asset path to nothing, and similarly we will set image asset path to nothing. I'm gonna just save that. I think the condition is, so we are saying that if that get image asset path pairs of that particular tile index is nothing, then in this, if it is nothing, if it's not nothing, then this, if it is nothing, then what? So okay, yeah, it's flipped. So I'm just gonna grab this and I'm gonna paste it again. Okay, now it is visible, but we want that to be set it like correct or something. So I'm gonna run this app again. If I click on this and this, it's working perfectly fine. Okay, so what's next? Now what we want is, if we select incorrect, for example this and this, if it's wrong choice, then it should be like set it back to, like this should be just flipped. So I'm just gonna copy that, and I'll say future dot delayed, and we'll say constant duration seconds to comma done. Okay, sorry, I think it should be inside. Okay, we'll just do and we'll say selected index, and we'll set it to false, and let's see what happens. Okay, that was not expected. Some things are just not understandable. Okay, this and this is same, so it should be checked. This and this are not same, so that should be game. And also whatever happens, what we will do after that is selected path image over here equals to this, and I'm going to do that even if it's correct or even if it's wrong. So, and should do it after this time. And okay, if I save this now, It's probably imperfectly. Cancel. But restart. These are same, these are not. So we will click on this same, so that should be checked. These are not same, so they should just, okay. um, we will say widget dot parent dot set state. Why, no. And oh my god, set state is playing with me. Let me do it again. So what we will do, we will select to same and to not same. So I will select this and this, which is same, so it should be checked. This and this are not same, so that they should just get out. So it's working perfectly fine. Okay, one thing which is happening while this duration or delay happen, we don't want the user to be clicking anywhere else, so I just copy this, and when this starts I'm just gonna set it to true, and when this done I'm going to set selected to false. Similarly over here we will set selected to true and selected to false. Okay, now if I run it again, first thing first, you can see I cannot click on these when it's showing this. Once that is done, I'm selecting these now. So if I selected these ones now, and let me select these, and if I try to click on another, after they are gone, then only I will be able to click. So this is hippopotamus, this is horse was okay. Yeah, so I think it's working fine. Now one thing which was there as well, that once this whole quiz is completed, there will be a replay button and a kind of a rate us button. It was not shown initially, sorry for it, um, but we can have that. So how we can have that, let me show you that. So it's going to be very easy. What we want is when the 800 points completed, we should just show a button which is going to say replay. So how are we going to achieve this is basically over here having a condition that points is equals to, or let's say not equals to 800, then show grid view, or else show a container which is going to have a child of text, and that should be written replay. Okay, and we're going to say decoration in box decoration, and it's showing to be color and colors dot blue. Hopefully this is very clear to you guys, this is not very complex stuff. Border radius, and it's going to be border radius dot circular. Where is it? Let's go for something big, and let me give this a little bit of style. I'm going to say textile. It's going to be how much. Okay, we can say font size to be something like 17. We can say font weight to be something bit more, then 500 will be fine, I hope. Yeah, color will be colors dot white, and I'm gonna save this. Okay, so we don't want to play the whole game, I'm just gonna increase the point through here. Yeah, we are awesome. This is what will be visible. We don't want to show the points if that condition is there, so I'm just gonna grab the condition. Where are you, here I am, copy it, go. Okay, so that's the reason. What I can do is basically create a column here, column adults and children, and sorry, say points, and then I can grab these and have them here. And so if the condition is this, then and if it's not, then just show nothing. So for nothing we can use a container. Okay, one thing, just something kind of very last, padding edge insets dot symmetric, vertical around 12, horizontal around 24. Okay, I think it's fine guys now. So yeah, let me give you a preview of how our game works. So let me install it again. Just a final touch. So yeah, I should say, like, if you have been watching till now, hopefully it is completed. Okay, I was not able to see. Let me see. Okay, so we know ten 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 ten. Okay, my memory is not seems to be very sharp. Okay. No, that is not correct. Oh my god. No. Yes. And this, no, I think I saw it here. No, I saw it here. Yes. Okay, I clicked on wrong. This and this. We can have some negative points if we click wrong. Will not do that for me because right now I'm playing. Okay. Dun, 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 up, dun, 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 dun. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. No, this one and this one and this one, and this one is the last one. So 10, 10, and voila. Okay, so finally, one way or the other, we finally completed this project, and yeah, hopefully you learned something. And if you do, make sure to click that like button, click that subscribe button. Believe me or not, these videos does take time, and yeah, I will be more than happy to make more. Just a little bit, you can like that, the button. I cannot show you, but yeah, so the button on the like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.